E3-1. This is on page 173 of your text, and this is where we're going to compare the cash and accrual basis of accounting for expenses. So in exercise 3-1, it says the Johnny Flowers Law Firm prepays for advertising in the local newspaper. On January 1, Johnny Flowers paid $900 for 6 months of advertising. How much advertising expense should Johnny Flowers Law Firm record for the 2 months ending February 23rd under the cash basis and the accrual basis? All right, so under the accrual cash basis, we only care about when cash went out. So under the cash basis, we're going to spend out $900 in February, okay, or on January 1. All right, so January 1, we have cash going out of $900, okay? So that's on the cash basis. Under the accrual method, remember, we're going to recognize expenses when we've incurred them, not necessarily when we pay them. So it says they're prepaying for advertising, so they haven't used any advertising yet, so they don't have any expenses in January for advertising, okay, unless they used it up. So it was for 6 months of advertising. So let's see what the journal entry would be. So under the accrual method, the journal entry would be a debit to prepaid advertising, and the credit would be to cash. All right, so we got $900 going out for cash and $900 prepaid advertising, and this was for 6 months of advertising. All right, so let's take 900 divided by 600 and see what our monthly rate is for our advertising. So every month it says we're going to use, well, divided by, 900 divided by 6, not 600. We're going to use $150 in advertising expense each month, okay? So we paid it on January 1, so we've got January and we got February go by. So January we're going to use 150, February we're going to use 150, and that means we're going to have a total for January and February of $300 worth of expenses, okay? So this is the total expenses we have from January to February. So under the accrual method, we've got 300 in expenses going out. So we got 150 there and 150 here. All right, so in total, the cash basis, we're going to recognize all that 900, and the accrual method, we're going to recognize $300 of the expense, okay? So at the end of February now, we've used 300 of that advertising expense, and when we use it up, we're going to debit advertising expense and credit that prepaid advertising account. So we're going to record each month 150 for each, and it's going to reduce that advertising account. So when we reduce it, we're going to have 900 minus the 300. So we're going to have a total in our prepaid account. This is the ending balance